is Shannon Stott, and I am living right now in Austin, Texas. Heyfa?
I'm Tunisian. I like to be Tunisian.
I don't consider myself from really anywhere.
But I lived for like more than 15 years in Paris, in France.
I would right now, I guess, consider somewhere in the Carolinas home because that's where my parents are.
I am North African culture, but with a mix from European culture now.
Somewhere in the Carolinas.
I'm so excited to preparing this workshop.
This workshop is called Stepping into Stereotype, Recognizing and Reworking Our Prejudice on Stage and in the Moment.
I'm really proud to have this kind of subject in improvisation now. Like it is for me a step further than a classic course of improvisation.
Stereotype.
I miss this kind of workshop in my life. That's why I wanted to give the chance to the person to share with us this kind of thinking, this kind of brainstorming.
It's going to be super fun and super deep, a little bit difficult, a little bit like raw and edgy, and I'm excited about it. I'm really excited. Why are we teaching the class? What benefit does it have?
Why I teach this class, it is because I want to have other name than Fatima, Laila, etc. I can be Mary, Alice. I want to play in a stage other person than what person like give me, because it is my skin, or perhaps my real name, or perhaps many cultural stereotypes they have. I want sometimes to eat because other things than couscous. I want to eat, like, I don't know, sushi, for example. I really like sushi. Can I have one time in my life in a scene eating other things than couscous, please?
But sometimes Filipinos, when I was growing up, we eat with our fingers.
But it is the kind of things that I want to give people, and to say that we can go further than when something that we see at the beginning.
Most of my improv life has been living in the US, and so it's interesting to me for me to hear you say, like, I'd love to eat sushi instead of couscous. And I'm like, man, if I could eat couscous one time on stage, I too want to be able to lean into other cultures, especially because I've lived in other cultures, right? So I've lived in Kenya, and I've lived in Paris, and I've lived in these places where I want to be able to bring up un peu de français, or like a little bit, like hodi hodi, like any bits and pieces of different language or cultures, eating on the floor, any of it. There's a part of me that wants to encourage people of different cultures to be able to say those names and reference those foods on stage that are from their own culture, instead of thinking, oh, this person isn't going to know what I'm talking about, so it's better for me just to say pizza, even though I'm from Gabon, right? Yeah. Like, I'll just say pizza.
Even in Paris, if, for example, I see it in Tunisia, if the Tunisian people make a scene together, they give themselves couscous. It is the most famous plate in Tunisia. If they play with my French friend of French players, it is pizza or pasta. It is like international thing. And as I said, why we make improvisation. We don't have a text. We don't have something that is imposed to us. So why we want to be like such neutral, like there is always pasta, always pizza, etc. I want you to call me Alex, but I want to call you Mohamed, or I want to call you Emira, or I don't know. Like this, the mixture is to be able to have the choice to do what we want and to have more options.